Today's 2020 inductee is John Byce, outstanding hockey player, but also a very good baseball player. Congratulations, John, on being inducted to this year's Hall of Fame. Well deserved. Proud of you.
The Wisconsin Athletics Hall of Fame is littered with men's hockey players, and today John Byce joins that illustrious group, the hero of Wisconsin's 1990 National Championship. John, congratulations. What a well-deserved honor for you.
Thank you, Patrick. It really is. I'm incredibly honored and a little bit shocked, to be honest.
Well, before we get into the questions about your career, could you give us an update on what you're doing these days?
Yeah, so I live in Madison on the west side. I'm working for RBC Wealth Management. Lots of former Badgers in that company. I work in I've been senior manager of corporate real estate for about the last 10 years. So, over the last year, spending a lot of time with the pandemic and issues and how people are going to return to work. So that's taking up quite a bit of my time. My free time, I spend a lot of time coaching my daughter's, Kaya's Team Wisconsin U16 team. So and thankfully we've actually, with all this going on, we've basically played a 25 game season without any issues. So that's been a blessing for sure.
Yeah, good for you. Can you tell us, what was your reaction? You said you're a little bit surprised about this. What was your reaction when Coach Alvarez called you and said you were going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame?
I think first I thought it was a prank. Maybe, what do you mean? This is Coach Alvarez. But really, it was a big surprise. Really didn't know I would be considered for this. So many great, not only Badger hockey players, but great Wisconsin athletes and coaches and everyone that's been involved in the program.
So you're the first member of that 1990 National Championship team to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Right. What does that mean to you to kind of represent that group of brothers?
Yeah, it means a lot. I would hope there's many more to come. So many great players, so many great people. And just as you say, the band of brothers, I mean, it's friendships that have continued on, and so many great people and great friends that I still have today. So it means a lot. I think you got to point out that without the baseball part of this, I don't think this is possible. So that was another huge part of my experience, and I don't think my accolades in hockey might not get me there. I mean, so many great players over the years.
Well, Wisconsin's been without baseball for so long, and so I'm actually fascinated to talk to somebody who played baseball here. What's your favorite memory from let's just talk baseball here?
Yeah, I mean, baseball was, being able to jump from hockey season to baseball season, and I mean, I got to give credit to my coaches for sure. Coach Steve Land and Coach Sauer. Understanding, I don't think today that, even though baseball's not there, to play two sports in college is much more difficult. The off seasons weren't quite what they are today, with all the training that's done, but I was still able to jump over to the shell once in a while during hockey season and take a little BP. But it was just a different experience. I mean, the baseball was a little bit more relaxed. Obviously it was intense when we were playing, but we had a ton of fun. It was, and many times it would go from the end of hockey season right into the spring trip in baseball. So that was quite the experience to, went off to either California or wherever we went. So I was truly lucky and blessed. It was a blast. We had so many, we didn't have a ton of success baseball wise as far as wins goes. Maybe I think one year we did real well and got to the Big Ten championship, but would never trade it for the world. It was an amazing experience.
Okay, so which one do you brag more about? Having a hat trick in the national championship game in 1990, or getting hits in 9 consecutive at-bats for the baseball team? Because both are pretty remarkable.
I think it's kind of a toss-up. I was thinking about this, but you got to remember the third goal was an empty netter, so that takes a bit of it away. But just what it led to, and leading to a championship, I guess I have to give that the nod. But baseball is, there's a lot of failure in baseball, right? So to be able to 9 in a row. There was some luck involved for sure in that, from what I remember. So, but pretty special.
Luck, empty netter, you're too modest. Okay,
Yeah.
your connections in Madison and Wisconsin, they run really deep. You know, Madison Memorial graduate, UW grad, married UW grad. Your son plays for the Badgers. Can you put into words what it means for you to be a Badger?
Yeah, it really means everything. You know, to grow up in the 70s and 80s in Madison, and basically going to, you know, Rob Andringa, God rest his soul, and I mean, probably went to every Badger hockey game since we were 6 years old. So to be able to, and I idolized so many players growing up. You know, it started with, you know, Dean Talafis and Mark Johnson and Mike Eves, and pretending I was those guys in my basement for many years. So to be able to finally live out a dream and end up being playing for Wisconsin was really special. And then winning a championship. And it wasn't only hockey. I mean, I grew up, one of my best friends in middle school was Tom McLean, so Dave McLean's son. So we would, I think I went to almost every Badger game with the McLean family, sat on the 50-yard line, was in the locker room after the games, and can always never forget the memory of driving off with Coach McLean and his Lincoln, his white Lincoln, after the Badgers beat Michigan, and fans jumping on the car. And so it was just, and it was everything. You know, I didn't grow up thinking I was going to be a professional hockey player or whatever. It was always, I just wanted to play for Wisconsin. So it means everything.
Well, we've actually got a special guest that recorded a message for you. Another person who knows about being a Badger now.
Hey, Dad. I want to congratulate you on your induction into the UW Athletics Hall of Fame. You might have said that you were surprised to hear this, but in my opinion, there's no one more deserving. Playing one D1 sport is hard. Can't imagine playing two, let alone being ridiculously good at both. I think it's safe to say that you've been an inspiration to me for as long as I can remember, especially since I watched the Drive for 5 highlight tape about 100 times and counting. So thank you for everything you've taught me in hockey and in life, and how to be a good person. I'm proud to be able to call you my dad. You deserve this. Love you.
What a great message from your son.
Oh.
Great message. Is there anybody that you'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you to or to recognize?
Yeah, my family first and foremost, and again, being able to now experience this with Ty is incredible. You know, as I mentioned before, just my coaches, you know, Steve Land and obviously Coach Sauer, who was just an incredible coach and person, and was, you know, such an inspiration. And then all my teammates from hockey, from baseball, not just those final years, but each and every year was truly special, and developed so many great friendships. And you know, and most of all, you know, as I mentioned, Rob Andringa before, miss him every day. He was just so special, so important. I mean, the greatest teammate and friend anyone could ever have.
John, congratulations on making the UW Athletics Hall of Fame. So well deserved. Welcome to the fraternity, the sorority, the club. Congratulations.
Okay, thank you, Patrick. Appreciate it.
Thanks to Kohl's for helping us celebrate the entire class of 2020. You too can celebrate the Badgers and get your gear at your local Kohl's or Kohls.com.